All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You feeling that frequency and energy? You should most definitely become a member. The link is right there in the video description, right there in the chat room. It says join. Click that link. You'll get an introduction video rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. And even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. 25% off at this time. Family, save and shop. Shop and save, family. Pour the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 1,200 videos of pure heat fire presented by General SETI himself. Plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the Grandmaster teachers, documentaries, and lectures. I give an overview on that material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African wisdom and knowledge that cannot be compared to by any other website on the planet. Okay? And so I want you there, family. Generalseti.com, SETI University. Check it out and be amazed. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. That's right. Dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. That's right. And so we just got off of Patreon with two fire presentations. That's right. We just dropped. Let me drop it down here for you, family. Let me show you what we just dropped. We did the Blood Wars. The first one on the graphene oxide, alien ooze from hell. Is it in your body? Matter of fact, let me show you, family. Let me throw this on up there for you, family, so we can check it out together. Yeah, let's check it out together. Let me put it in here. Okay, boom. Where's the other one at? Where the other one at? Yeah, let me show y'all, family. So, good God. Where the other one at? Okay, I'm gonna have to go in here and get it. I want to move quick. There it go, right there. Boom. There it is. Okay. Okay, there it is. Okay, let me show y'all, family. So y'all can get this smoke. Y'all gonna want to go over there and holler at that. For real. Here you go. Here you go, right there. Occult origins of the COVID plague 2, Blood Wars. I want you there, family. Yeah, we're going deep with the occult information. We're going to tighten it up with the scientific and medical too. You see what I'm saying? But this is an occult breakdown. We want you in the house. And we got the Blood Wars, graphene oxide, alien ooze from hell, occult breakdown. You see, is it in your body? We want you got to find out. Family, check it out. Check it out. And like I say, become a patron today and get access to that file. And to all my family out there that donate to the general, I want to thank you for appreciating me. I appreciate you. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the general, keep the general on the battlefield. The button is in the video description, is in the chat. You can click that, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. Now, all the family out there, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, let's jump right on into it, family. We talking about Circe, the greatest enchantress ever, second only to the goddess Isis. And so we talking about in mythology, we talking about an African enchantress that nobody seems see, because a lot of this Greek mythology go over a lot of people's head because nobody is really breaking this down for the family. You see, they're not breaking it down for the family so that they could have proper understanding on who she is. And we're going to be talking about, not only we're going to be talking about Circe, we're going to be talking about Memnon, we're going to be talking about Andromeda. These are all Ethiopians, because we seem to be having some type of debate, whether, I don't know what's wrong with niggas. I mean, but I'll deal with it. I see I have to get on my horse. I'm going to have to ride out on my horse and shit, and I'm going to have to start taking heads real soon. And it's true. And they coming off, nigga. Believe me, they're going to come off. They're going to be riding around this motherfucker like Ichabod Crane. You understand what I'm saying? With their head up under their shoulder, in their armpit, up under their armpit, carrying that motherfucker like that, because it's going to be off the neck. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have to deal with it like that. And so let's get off into Circe. Now, again, if you're not privy to some of the mythologies, the Greek mythology, I understand some of that, but some of our history is in there. You understand what I'm saying? Some of it is in there, and they talk about it. Okay, and so now, when you dealing with the Trojan War and all of that, that's really mythological to the Greeks. It was not like it was during the time in which the Greek civilization stood on the planet. It was long before. So most of what you're reading when they talk about Odysseus and Jason and the Argonauts and all that, that shit is like 1,000, supposedly, and we know it's mythology. You see, but within the mythology is a lot of history. Now let me get this in here, because this is we about to really work out tonight. Okay, get that on off. Okay, close that out. Okay. Where is it? Okay, here you go, right there. Okay, we about to get it pop-a locking. We about to get it pop-a locking. Okay, here we go. We in the house, family. Now, as you can see, wait a minute, let me get it in here. Okay, here she go. Now she's actually on the damn this is a vase. This is a vase is around, from my understanding, I got the facts there, that is around 500 BC. This is what they saying. They giving it it's 5th century, so it's 400 BC. Okay, and so you see, this was found in Greece. I got the map, and everything, and so you can see that she's African. And even I believe that's Odysseus. He looked African. You see, and that's what a lot of people fail to understand, that the original peopling of Europe was African people. Okay, when we talk about this migration out of Africa, you understand, we have to understand that when we crossed over into Asia, we didn't transform into, miraculously transform into an Arab or some shit like that. That wasn't how it happened. Our people remain, physically, they look just like they looked at the beginning of the Nile River, even as they went into Europe. You see, they were African. Okay, just because you you travel don't mean you gonna goddamn mutate, and you know, that don't mean that. You see, so when you look, you see her, you see that both. Now this is actually okay. It is Odysseus. Okay, it's Odysseus, and it's documented to 425, 375 BCE. Okay, sanctuary at Thebes. I be B-O-T, Boyota. Okay, I had to look that up. You see, from the Ashmolean Museum, University of Oxford. Ashmolean Museum, University of Oxford. So yeah, so you see here, she is, and Circe has the ability. She got potions and shit, and she changes people into animals and shit. She got the power to do that. You fuck around, drink some, your ass wake up, you be a goddamn horse and shit, or a pig or something. And she been to put your ass out there in the goddamn in her yard some damn where. People won't know what the fuck happened to you. You see what I'm saying? And not only do you have this one of Circe. Now I'm gonna, you know what? Let me say something about this. You know, about Circe, so we can get into this. Now she is a very powerful enchantress. Her father is Helios. You see, he's the Titan. I believe he's a Titan. You know, Helios is a Titan of the sun. Now Apollo is the god. You see, but I believe Helios is the Titan. Okay, and that's Circe's father. So that right there is very important that we understand that her father is the sun. Okay, now I'm gonna get off into it because her brother is the king of a very important nation that was mentioned in Herodotus, father of European history. He mentions the nation that is so important in identifying, you know, the Egyptians and how great their empire was across Asia, you see, across the so-called Middle East. We're going to talk about it. Just hold your horses. Now, here's another vase. You see, also coming out of Greece, and you can see, again, she is portrayed as African. Okay, so now we working with something. You see, and these are into the BC era. So we have to come to the conclusion that it was a lot of people that saw Circe as being an Ethiopian. Okay, she was looked at as being an Ethiopian, but what's key as we go through this, we're going to find out that she's connected to other, you know, characters in Greek mythology who are also identified as Ethiopian. So it makes sense, right? It makes sense. And so, you know, we see now a lot of people, when we talk about, and I talk about that, when we talk about the Ethiopia of today, you see, and to the ancients, Ethiopia was the Sudan. I even got that in there. I got that in there, somewhere in here, wherever I put it. We're gonna run into it, where it talks about to the Greeks, Sudan was Nubia. You see, and so when they say Ethiopian, they know exactly what an Ethiopian is because they made many vases. They made many statues of Ethiopians. So this one right here is from the 4th century BC. They're not confused on what an Ethiopian is. It's not a Habeshas or nothing of that nature. We talking about coal black Ethiopian. You see what I'm saying? So we don't want to mistake no goddamn you know, no in between motherfuckers that think they could kidnap African history and shit. No, we're not gonna let them do that. Okay, we're not gonna let them do that. The Ethiopian of the ancient was the Nubian, the cold black Nubian. And of course there were other, but that's the foundation. You see what I'm saying? So that's the foundation. You cannot get away from that. Okay, here's another statue. You see, of an Ethiopian's head. You see, this is from Greece, a certain area in Greece, and I don't have that particular area, but I'm gonna black it up the next time. This is 6th century, so this is an Ethiopian. Okay, it looked just like any dark-skinned African. You see, woolly hair. Look, thick lips, and that's not the only phenotype, but it is one of our significant types. We cannot get away from that. So this is what they, when they created an Ethiopian, this is what they created. Okay. We must be clear on that. So when they created these vases, they knew exactly what they were creating. They wasn't haphazardly making the damn vase. That's an African woman. Period. That's an African woman. And when you look at her bloodline, you see right here, this is very interesting because, like, when I get on some shit, I get on it. You understand what I'm saying? I might come in and I got some ideas, but it won't be long. I'm going to start meshing that shit together. Now, they actually, the father of Helios was Hyperferian. Now, I believe somehow that he's also connected with the sun. So I don't know, because I know Apollo became the god. He's the god of the sun, and I believe Helios is the Titan, and I know Hyperferian, but it keep going back. So I have to do my research on that. But Hyperferian is the father of Eos, Selene, and Helios. Now, what's crazy about that? Eos, which is the goddess of the dawn, is actually the mother of Memnon. You see, and if you come down, you will come down and you see that Helios is the father of Circe. So Circe and Memnon are actually first cousins. You see what I'm saying? Now we're doing some research. So yeah, Circe and Memnon are actually first cousins. Now we got the evidence. Now we got Memnon right here. This is over there in Athens. So I don't want y'all to say, oh, these niggas made it up. They created an AI version of Memnon. No, nigga. That's not what we did. That ain't what we did. Drop that on in there. So you see, let me see if I can blow it up even more. I want her head right there with his. So you got Memnon and you got Circe, first cousins. Circe's father is Helios, and Memnon's mother is Eos, the goddess of the dawn, and Circe's father Helios is god of the sun. Okay, what a coincidence. And so you see, when we talk about now Circe, her island. Now you have to look up there. Now I'm gonna have to blow it up. Now this is Italy, and so you see that her island is right off the west coast of Italy, damn near in the middle. You see, now I didn't see where it was it was over there by Corsica. You see, now I seen where it was over there, also over there by Corsica. And so, I guess they got more than one island that they say is her island. But even then, it shows you that Africans were populating even Italy, on the other side of Italy, even up, when you talk about Sicily, I believe Sardinia, I believe Corsica, I believe the Carthaginians damn near control every island in the Mediterranean for a long time before the Romans end up, seizing those islands from the Carthaginians. So, the Africans and they were in the land before the European got in there anyway. This is what we got to understand that. You see, when you start calling shit Italy and Greece and shit, that's a whole new chapter in the book. That's when the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal showed up. You see what I'm saying? That's when the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal showed up. And so you see here Ethiopian, this is a Greek vase. And and it looked just like Circe and the hair, you see. So when we talk about the Greeks knew what Ethiopians looked like, and because they created, thousands of vases of Ethiopians, So they were very clear. Now, another thing about that, which I'm gonna come to, was that Circe's brother was Aeetes. Okay, Aeetes. Okay, Aeetes. And Aeetes was the king of Colchis. Okay, now we talked to, if you ain't never heard of Colchis, we're gonna talk about that because that's the land of the golden fleece. Okay, and we're gonna, and it's some heavy symbolisms in there. And we about to crack the code right here. You can go do your research after this, figure it out. Now Colchis, if you on the Black Sea, we're gonna pull it out a little so you can see the whole area, because this is a close-up. Let me see. Where's that at? Okay, right here. Now you see Colchis over here. This is today it would be the nation of Georgia, not the state Georgia, but the nation is right up under Russia, right next to Turkey. The nation of Turkey, and so that's where Colchis is. And so, okay, so her brother Aeetes, I believe, was the first king of that nation, Colchis. You see, and so it's very important that because you got Troy there, and we're going to show you that the reason why they call that the Black Sea, because that whole sea was surrounded by black people at one time or another. Okay, that black people populated all around that sea and was the original peoples there. That's true. And we're going to talk about it. You see, some people say, damn, Seti, man, where you be getting this goddamn information? Just hold your horses, family. We ain't done. Wait a minute. Where's that one on Herodotus, man? I got to have that. It should have been right there. Let me see. Let me come down. Let me see. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know how and where it might be right there. Let me see. It is. Okay, now this is coming out of Herodotus. This is book. I believe this is actually the book 2, Euripides. And so if you want to look this up, you can look it up. It's dealing with this Colchis. And again, Colchis was first ruled by Aeetes, which is the brother of Circe. There can be no doubt, this is Herodotus, there can be no doubt that the Colossians are an Egyptian race. Okay. Before I heard any mention of the fact from others, I had remarked it myself. After the thought had struck me, I made inquiries on the subject, both in Colchis and in Egypt, and I found that the Colossians had a more distinct recollection of the Egyptians than the Egyptians had of them. Still, the Egyptians said they believed the Colossians to be descended from the army of Circe. Okay, Senusret. Okay, my own conjectures, listen, my own conjectures were founded first on the fact that they are black-skinned and have woolly hair, which certainly amounts to but little, since several other nations are so too, but further and more especially on the circumstance that the Colossians, the Egyptians, and the Ethiopians are the only nations who have practiced circumcision from the earliest times. Okay? And so right there, so he said that they were black with woolly hair. You see? And he said they looked just like the Egyptians, who were also black with woolly hair. Okay? And so now when you look at Circe and and come to the understanding that her brother was king of Colchis, and Herodotus just verified that the Colossians were an Egyptian race, then that right there show you right there that the Ethiopian and the Egyptian look just alike. Yes, it's some, when you look on the wall, there are various phenotypes, but for the most part, they were one people with a few variations in color, black, brown, you see what I'm saying, which all nations have. But the Greeks, just like the Bible, both said that the Egyptians and the Ethiopians were brothers. Okay, now how is it that supposedly two, whether you want to say that they never existed or whatever, however old the stories are, whoever conjured those stories in their mind when they created them, they saw the Egyptians and the Ethiopians as the same race. You see, and I don't think that can be, why would somebody just make it up? Why would they just make it up out of and why would they lie and shit? Nobody's gonna give credit to black people about shit. You see what I'm saying? So at that time, they saw the Egyptians and the Ethiopians as the same people. Okay, and so now, let me get here. Now, this is also, when you talk about cultures, we talking about the land of the golden fleece. You see, now the golden fleece is like the Ark of Covenant in the Greek world. Whoever had possession of the golden fleece was damn near invincible, could not be beat. You see what I'm saying? And when you look at what type of fleece it is, it's the ram. It is the ram of Amen. So again, when we talking about, that they were Egyptian, now that was another just nailed it, put another nail in and deep into the wood for me. You see, when I seen that, okay, they got the ram, the golden ram, that's Amen, that's what it is. You can go to Karnak, that is the sacred zoo type of Amen, the ram, and I say, okay, yeah, it's more. Now it's more, but this aspect of Circe, we're going to deal with the fact that her brother was the king, and she herself was depicted on many vases far into the 400 BC. They saw her as being Ethiopian. Okay, they saw her as being Ethiopian, and the Colossians as being Ethiopian. And we're going to look deep into the Trojans as we move forward, family. We're going to look deep into the Trojans, and we're going to see that if that whole area for what we discovering today, the whole area of southern Europe was the first domicile, one of the first domiciles of Africans leaving northern Africa, period, moving into the islands first and then moving into onto the mainland. And so, family, don't go nowhere. This is just the first video. We rocking out for a minute. I want you in the house. This is General Circe saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.